Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. Happy May the 4th, happy Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you, whatever you would like to call it. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're doing something fun for Star Wars today, and of course for Revenge of the 5th tomorrow. Originally I was actually not going to do something for the channel. Well, I wanted to do some video games for today, which I probably still will, like a Battlefront video or something. Behind this, originally I was not going to do a Star Wars LEGO build like I did last year, and for tomorrow, and the reason being I kind of ran out of space for Star Wars. I have tons of, like, the city behind me, next to me, takes up a huge chunk of the room, which I much prefer because I can kind of keep building and keep customizing and all that good stuff. Then we have the custom Hogwarts project that is taking up 7 foot of an entire shelf behind the camera, which I've started working on the past couple months, which is really cool. Then I would like to do Lord of the Rings soon, which is going to take up at least 2 to 3 shelves. Star Wars kind of has its own big area, but that Venator UCS series does take up a ton of it. And then behind me on my desk, we even have Star Wars themed scissors, unrelated to this video, but a couple of the builds behind me, a couple of builds behind me on this side, so there's a lot of Star Wars kind of spread out, but I don't have a ton of room for individual sets. And then of course there's custom battle scenes that I started Hoth in February, which was actually my last Star Wars video. Also, sorry if I'm hard to understand, my allergies are the worst they've been in like 10 years. This week, and it's rough. So thank you, allergy medicine, you're doing your best, but it's a rough experience right now. And I think I sneezed like 300 times yesterday. It was rough. So sorry if I sneeze at all during this. It is a bit rough right now in terms of tree pollen, good old Pennsylvania. But anyways, I wasn't originally going to do this any set, and this is one I've been looking at for a while. It did sell out for Lego.com, and you could back order it, but I have so much else going on in the room right now. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. If I walk past it in a store, then the willpower will leave me and I can buy it. And you know what, not a single store around me had this set until yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I was walking past the Target, and I was actually looking at one of the new city sets for a cool custom project coming soon. Very excited for that one. And had it in my hand. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna down the $35 and get it. And I turned around, and here it was. So this is boarding the Tantive 4, and this is probably my favorite set so far of the year. The Star Wars is released. The Sith Infiltrator is really cool, and I actually really do like the Pod Racer diagram. Not my thing personally. I just don't have any of the diagrams aside from Luke versus Vader. That's a little bit different since that diorama is like the battle scene, and that's obviously very important to me. But this one is awesome. This is part of the 25th anniversary lineup, so you do have that really cool 25 years of Star Wars collector box. Very cool. I love how that turned out. It's like chromed blue. I think that's beautiful. It looks really great. Plus we have these 6 great minifigures over here, but of course the main one for this set is the exclusive ARC Trooper 5s, one of the most beloved clones, of course, from the 501st and otherwise. So very excited to have him. He'll be going in the clone minifigure frame right behind the Daily Bugle. I do have to rehang the Sith one, but oh no, I have to rehang the Bounty Hunter one. I think I kind of knocked that down, and I don't know. I just don't want to reach through the city, quite honest. It is a pain to get anything back there. But this set is great. It retails for $55, which is honestly not too bad. Contains 502 pieces, and then of course 6 plus the 1 for 7 minifigures. Plus, I've always wanted a Captain Antilles. Never had one until this time. And honestly, I don't have really many Rebel Troopers either, or Stormtroopers. I primarily am like a prequel guy. The original movies, of course, are better. I'm never going to say that they're not. But like the Clone Wars, the Jedi, the clones themselves, that is my absolute favorite. So the most of the sets that I have, I mean, prequel, almost all prequel up top, like, there's just a ton of them in here. So this set is definitely awesome. I'd highly recommend it if you're a Star Wars fan. I'm not 100% sure if they included anything for Captain Antilles to get choked with, so I might put a translucent piece at one point, like lifting him up. I don't know if I have any more, but I might be able to. Ooh, I'm looking at that Avengers Tower. I do still have to Mills plate that, and I'm going to rip off some of the translucent pieces because I'm taking the minifigures away from it. So I might be able to make something work there. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys again for all the support. The channel's doing great recently. Between fishing and Legos, it's definitely a really good time. But I hope you guys are enjoying your Star Wars day. Hope you're having a lot of fun out there. And I hope you make a nice impulse purchase. Because I can guarantee when I go out again this weekend, that city set will probably be coming home. And there's one more set that I was looking at, and I can't remember. But I'm sure I will remember when I go out this weekend and grab something. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Let me know if you're doing anything special for today, or what your favorite build is, what you're looking forward to for May the 4th. I am probably going to get the Sith Infiltrator. I don't know if it's going to be right away, but that is definitely on my list. And the Battle Droid Troop Carrier is awesome. That's probably my favorite ever gift with purchase for a May the 4th promo. The Death Star from last year was pretty cool, but this is definitely a really neat one. I will not be getting it just because I'm not downing that much on Star Wars Legos right now. I have another really rare modular building coming, so to fill up like that area of the city. So there's just too much going on to kind of invest everything in Star Wars right now for me. And the theme is in a good spot, I think. With a lot of really cool stuff, it's just not time for me. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Now let's get started on this build. And again, happy Star Wars Day, everybody. Alright everybody, so here's the final build. Overall, this is definitely a pretty cool set, and I'm really excited to display it. The build was pretty decent. I actually like it. I really like the curved effects. Just the right amount of stickers. One cool, really cool printed piece as well. There is one sad thing. I didn't get a pauldron for him, so, or like shoulder guards, whatever they're called. I did not get that piece, so I'm a little sad. I'm probably gonna have to put in a little missing piece order with Lego. So I'm a little sad about that one, but overall he does look fantastic. I love all of the print. I know not everybody is a fan of the little holes in the helmet. It really doesn't bother me too much. Of course, has this pack on the back, and the arm print is fantastic on this figure. I would love it overall. I think it looks really, really great. And then 25 years of Lego Star Wars on the little pedestal here. So I think that's a great minifigure. And I agree with most people that it is odd that he came in this set of all sets, just because obviously there's nothing to do with fives in the opening scene of A New Hope. But you know what? It is what it is. At least we got another clone, so very excited about that. Then we, of course, have another Darth Vader. Again, they went all out on the arm print for... Great. All out on the arm print for these figures. He looks fantastic. Another really cool Darth Vader minifigure. Then we, of course, have Captain Antilles, a figure I'm definitely excited to have. All of the Rebels, including him, of course, have that worried face on them because it is not a great scene for the Rebel Alliance. They chose the Silver Blasters for this route instead of the Stormtroopers, which have the black. Great helmet, shiny visor, real nice torso print as well. Looks great overall. Then we have 2 basic stormtroopers, pretty similar to previous years. Nothing too fancy here. The only difference is they do have different faces underneath. There's one. And there is the other. So that is the only difference between the two of them, is the different face underneath. Then we have 2 rebels, which are going to be identical figures as well. Both have that very worried face because Darth Vader is not what you want to see today. Great torso print on the vest. Both of them look fantastic. Definitely 2 cool minifigures. And I did forget to point out that Fives also has a great looking face, a little crooked, underneath. Very cool. One-sided, but it's still very cool print, no matter what. With that little goatee, they definitely nailed the look of Fives underneath that helmet. Very sad scene. And then we, of course, have the build itself. The only thing that I would say I would change, and this is because, obviously, it is supposed to be a play set. These little modules here are meant to basically take out the rebels, take out the stormtroopers. From a display standpoint, they don't look the best. So I honestly think you can definitely just peel that off at some point and kind of just run with it without. And then worst case scenario, if you ever want them back in, just go in through the bottom. Not perfect, but it is in. And there we have it. Yeah, so worst case scenario, oh, that's what I did. I was wondering why it wouldn't slide all the way in. I actually put it backwards. There we go. My bad. But yeah, these don't look incredibly great. I would like if they would have done like a little plaque on the outside, similar to a lot of the other display sets, like even the one next to me for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. I wish they would have done something like that, or maybe done like a little plaque somewhere for like 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, just something a little bit extra on here to show off that it is like a special set. But in terms of the play features, all of these, of course, are moving panels. And then when you get to the back, you have this mechanism here, which opens the side door. So pretty cool there. And in terms of that door, that is a really nice printed piece. No sticker usage there. There's a sticker for the control module above the door. That is going to be it. And then essentially when it opens, for Darth Vader to arrive, you do have those yellow and red opening and emergency lights. A lot of 1x2 tiles in the background, some sticker elements, but definitely well placed overall. You have a couple 1x2 see-through graded tiles as well to show off a little bit of that red exterior. Not too much in terms of the details going on. There's not a whole huge amount that they could have done. Maybe done a couple different stickers in the background to do like little controls and stuff like that. But overall, it is a really cool set. I just wish that they did something with a quote. Or just something from that scene, a little bit on the background. I guess it is a little hard to do a quote from the scene. There's not much talking going on. It's kind of just Darth Vader doing his business, but, you know, I wish we would get one of these for Rogue One, but, you know, it is what it is. I guess that's not the happiest scene for LEGO to portray. Neither is this, but I think the Rogue One is a little bit different than this route, of course. Now let's put on these minifigures and see what kind of display we can look at. Alright, well here's the little scene that I made. I did add a couple of stormtroopers. I just had them sitting off to the side from a previous set. So I added one extra one just to kind of have someone in the doorway, and then a couple actually ready to go. And of course, the poor Rebel did not quite make it out the other door, and one still left standing here. Captain Antilles is on a little translucent 1x2 cylindrical piece that did come with the set for that specific purpose, and I have his little arms up in the air. Obviously you can't get a choking motion on these guys. That's as close as I can get. And then, of course, Vader lifting his hand up with a couple stormtroopers kind of rallying behind him, running through the one in the doorway. And then you got one little rebel still making his stand back here. I did see in the back half of these instructions, let me turn to it real quick to show you the last little bit to you guys before we wrap up this review. What you can do is, let's back that up, combine a couple of them and make one big hallway scene and kind of like correlate them back and forth. I do think that's pretty cool.
And obviously like delete the doorway. It looks like it looks pretty neat. I like when Lego actually does like expandable sets. I like that. Similar to the Star Wars set where you can do like the first Statue of Liberty piece and then you can add on to it. I know somebody was just like, Lego's giving us DLC in real time. And I actually do like that. I love the idea, and I know I've said this before with like modular buildings and city buildings, but Star Wars has the easiest potential for it. Make a theme and stick with it. Like every year should just have 2 waves maybe of sets. Like last year, you had a lot of Phase 3 clone troopers that came out. You had the 501st Battle Pack. You had the ATTE with the Commander Cody figure. You had Mace Windu and the Republic tank. You had a lot of good stuff, but none of it felt like a theme. It was more of just like, here's this, here's this, here's this. Whenever Hoth came out, you had like an AT-AT on the shelves. This was, I think, last year as well, or 2022, one of the past 2 years. There was an AT-AT on the shelf, there was an AT-ST on the shelf, and then there was a Snowtrooper Battle Pack and a Hoth Rebel Trooper Battle Pack. And that's fantastic. I essentially, like, I'm an example. You can buy all of those things and make a Battle of Hoth. Yeah, you can add details from other sets, or you can buy multiple of them, but there needs to be more, I think, expandability in, like, 1 year. Not just buy 6 of the same thing and build an army. I would like to see stuff like this, and then, yeah, you can buy a second one of this. But it would also be really cool if there was a Rebel Battle Pack on the shelves right now. It'd be cool if there would just be like a little Stormtrooper Battle Pack. It's just something for $10 to $15 that you can add minifigures for. And let's face it, it's easy. Again, this is a solid army builder, but you don't need all of the pieces in the background. Sure, you can put them in storage like I typically do and just use those parts for later, but I still want to see them commit more to one theme a year, or like a couple themes a year. And even if you do spring and summer and then fall and winter, yeah, you don't have to have every single set be the same, but it would really make sense. Again, last year you had the Venator class for the Clone Trooper, so they went a lot on the Stormtrooper, or on the Clone Trooper route, but then there needs to be droids to go with them. Obviously, you can get a lot of battle droids, you can get them very cheap, but it just lacked in that category, in my opinion. Like, we need a Venator ship opponent. We need one of like the actual Invisible Hand, or like a huge Separatist ship to go with it. So I just wish that Lego would kind of follow through on their backswing a little bit here. And I love the anniversary set, but again, you're seeing Phantom Menace will be on the shelves, along with like the prequel sets. I guess that's fine. I just wish we would see more like small battle packs to go with these sets, or things that can easily enhance a set that's currently on the shelves. Customization, again, is great, and I might be just rambling at that point, but I just want to see a little bit more in terms of smaller sets here. I know the Bark Speeder Escape is a pretty cool one, and I'm looking at probably getting that today or tomorrow to do for the tomorrow build, I should say, for Revenge of the Fifth, because it is a cool build. But again, it's a Mandalorian set. It's kind of a one-off, and it doesn't entirely go with like the theme they're pushing. So I just wish they would have a little bit of synchronicity with some of the sets that they make. And again, I love this set. I think it is great. It is 100% for me worth $55. I'm really happy with it, but I just wish they would match things up a little bit more, just to have like a grander play scale that all matches. But that just does it for my rambling for this session. Thank you guys so much. Definitely check out this set and all the ones coming out on May 4th. It's going to be pretty cool. If you're a fan of the Phantom Menace and you're like me and you didn't get to go see it in theaters in 1999, definitely do so. You can see the little Duel on Naboo in the background, one of my favorite Lego sets. You can see that in real time. Definitely go and try and see it if you have a theater near you, and you can. Go. I definitely recommend it. I'm hopefully going to be there May 4th or 5th to see the Phantom Menace for the first time in theaters. I was 2 years old when that movie came out, so did not quite get to the movies for that one. So I'm hopefully going to be able to see it this time around, and I think it would be pretty cool for the anniversary. But thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Check out all the other Lego builds. I'll have links to all of my playlists, of course, in the description below, and cards throughout this throughout the video. I've also separated all of them by theme. So there's one mass Lego playlist as well. However, I did just break it down into like castle, city, light kits, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, whatever. So if you're looking for a specific build, I probably have it on the channel at this point. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, folks.
Bye.